I'm going to do that until year 4. Year 5, we're gonna get all that number back. So it's going to be negative of the sum of the previous increases. So on year 5, I'll get $2.25 million back. So that part is done. And I like my headers bold and centered. Okay, if I know sales, these are, let's call these new sales. Let's calculate gross profit. Actually, copy that. I'm gonna take new sales. From that, or let me put another column. Variable costs, because it changes by sales. I don't have to do it, but for simplicity, multiply sales by variable cost percentage. I don't know why it didn't go all the way. It should have. Take sales, new sales, minus variable costs, minus annual fixed costs, minus annual net loss sales, okay? Because every year I'm gonna lose $1 million off of that. I could have put in a growth rate on that too, but again, it's a side issue. I don't know why it doesn't fill all the way. I don't get it. All right. I'm gonna calculate the depreciation from here. I'm gonna basically go to depreciation schedule. Copy, paste format. Let me also do the following. I'm gonna freeze form panes under view. I think I froze it. Oh, it was already done. I'm sorry. I have to keep those over there. Let's calculate net income. Remember, for the purposes of pro forma income statements, we assume interest expenses are zero. The cost of funding is going to come through essentially cost of capital. But as far as project is concerned, net income is gross profit minus depreciation times 1 minus tax rates. And OCF net income plus depreciation. Remember, depreciation is not a cash expense, so we're just returning. We use depreciation to calculate net income because of the taxes, but since we didn't actually spend it, we put it back to depreciation to get the operating cash flow. It's simple. Net income plus depreciation. And read it. Oh, that's net working capital. For the net capital spending, well, I'm gonna have minus the after-tax salvage, okay? Copy. But I also have to return back to the firm the land, right? The estimated value at the end of the project. So I spent $50 million now. I'm gonna get back 42.8 5 years from now. Same thing with net working capital. I spent 2 now, then I'm gonna spend around 60 for 4 more years. But at the end, I'm gonna return 2.25 back to the firm. Once I have my OCF as well, CFFA is simple. You start with OCF minus net capital spending minus net working capital. So I have negative 52 million cost at the beginning. I'm gonna make these annual cash flows and get back 49 at the end. I can go ahead and calculate, for example, NPV. Excel has a function called NPV, but that actually calculates present value of future cash flows. The first argument is the discount rate or cost of capital, and the second argument is list of future cash flows. So I'm going to do it from year 1 to 5. But that's present value of future cash flows. To that, I'm going to add the value of CFFA now. So given what we put in, this project actually doesn't make much money. It has negative 16.5 million net present value. You could also calculate IRR. Things are simple. You pick all of them. Let's see, where are you? Oh. And I'm gonna make these things live in rose-colored cells that are a bit bigger, bold. So if I change inputs, for example, first year sales, let's make them 20 million. Even at 20 million, you're losing money. We could always ask ourselves the question, what is the break-even level as far as NPV is concerned? We could do a secret template for that, but it's a lot easier to do the following. Go to Data tab, What If Analysis, Goal Seek. Make that thing 0 by changing the first year sales. Turns out my break-even level is 20.7. So if I'm not projecting sales at least that much, I need to think seriously about the project. You will learn later on during the semester how to incorporate values of options, especially option to abandon and option to expand. But at least as of now, if I can only get 10 million, I probably shouldn't even touch this thing. You could do similar analyses on other things. Maybe, let's say, whatever first year is, I can grow by 10%. Then we can do the same analysis. Make NPV 0 by changing first year sales. Something like that. Right? You can play around with it. Let's stop here. On sometime tomorrow when I'm posting the lecture video, I'm gonna give you guys a little assignment that you need to do with your group. I'll also write who the groups are over there. Basically come up with a talk amongst each other and come up with one or two rough ideas about what sort of projects, what sort of enterprise you're gonna do. It doesn't have to be your final thing, but at least let's get a discussion going. So when we come back next week, I'm gonna basically spend that lecture on feedback to you guys and overall discussion for all of you. All right? Have a nice little break. Yes, I'm giving you some assignment, but it's not gonna be too bad. Once I post the videos around noon tomorrow, I'm free for almost a week. Unfortunately, I can't go anywhere. My girlfriend has kids in schools.